Do you wake up feeling like you haven't slept at all? Do you hit a wall at 2 p.m. every single day, reaching for that third cup of coffee just to survive? You aren't alone. We are currently living through a global fatigue epidemic. But here's the truth, being tired all the time is not normal. It's a signal from your body that something is out of balance. Today we're going beyond just getting more sleep. We're diving into the real science of cellular energy. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to fix your internal battery and reclaim the energy you had in your youth. Let's get started. Have you ever wondered why you feel so drained in the afternoon, even after chugging coffee all morning? It's a super common problem. And today we're going to dive into the science behind it and reveal a simple trick that could change your energy levels for good. To really get it, we need to talk about a molecule called adenosine. Think of it like this. From the moment you wake up, adenosine starts building up in your brain. It's like a sleepiness timer. The more that builds up, the more your brain gets the signal that it's time to rest. Now, what do most of us do first thing in the morning? We reach for that glorious cup of coffee. But here's the professional secret that might blow your mind. Caffeine doesn't actually give you energy. What it does is block the receptors in your brain that adenosine binds to. It's like putting a piece of tape over the low fuel light in your car. The car is still running out of gas, you just can't see the warning. So you're blocking these sleepiness signals for a few hours and you feel great, you feel alert. But what happens when the caffeine wears off? All that adenosine that's been patiently waiting in the background comes flooding back and hits your brain all at once. Boom. That's the dreaded afternoon crash we all know and hate. You feel even more tired than you did before. But what if I told you there's a better way? A way to avoid that crash and have more stable energy throughout the day. It's surprisingly simple. Wait 90 minutes after you wake up before having your first coffee. Why 90 minutes? Because during that time, your body has a chance to naturally clear out a good chunk of the adenosine that built up while you were sleeping. Your cortisol levels, your body's natural wake-up hormone, are also at their peak in the morning. By letting your body do its thing first, you're not starting the day in a deficit. You're allowing yourself to wake up naturally. Then, when you do have that coffee, it's working with your body, not against it. It gives you a much cleaner, more sustained boost of alertness without setting you up for that massive crash later on. You're not just covering up the sleepiness. You're enhancing your natural state of wakefulness. I know it sounds tough, especially if you're used to that immediate caffeine hit. But try it for a week. Just 1 week. Get up, get some sunlight, move around a little, hydrate, and then have your coffee. You might just find that your afternoons are completely transformed. You'll have more focus, more stable energy, and you want to feel like you need to take a nap under your desk by 3 p.m. Alright, let's talk about the real source of your energy. It's not just a feeling. It's a physical product made inside your body, specifically in your mitochondria. Think of these as tiny power plants inside every single one of your cells. If they're sluggish, guess what? You're sluggish too. It's that simple. So how do we get these power plants firing on all cylinders? First up, they need the right fuel. The number one thing they're craving is magnesium. It's shocking, but over half of the population is deficient in this crucial mineral. Magnesium is absolutely essential for creating something called ATP, which is basically the energy currency of your body. No magnesium, no energy. Next on the list are coenzyme Q10 and B vitamins. These are like the expert technicians that keep the power plant running smoothly. You can find these powerhouse nutrients in high-quality proteins like grass-fed beef, pasture-raised chicken, and wild-caught fish, as well as in dark leafy greens like spinach and kale. These foods provide the raw materials your cells desperately need to produce energy. Now let's flip the coin. What happens when you feed your body junk? If you're constantly eating processed sugars and refined carbs, you're essentially putting dirty fuel into a high-performance engine. Imagine pouring sludgy, low-grade gas into a Ferrari. It's going to sputter, stall, and eventually break down. Your body works the same way. You're clogging up your mitochondria and preventing them from doing their job. The takeaway here is powerful. What you eat directly translates to how much energy you have. By focusing on nutrient-dense, whole foods, you're not just eating a meal. You're literally fueling your life at the cellular level. So choose your fuel wisely. Ditch the sugary snacks and processed junk and instead, load up on the good stuff. Your mitochondria will thank you for it with a steady, reliable supply of vibrant energy. Ever feel completely drained even though you haven't moved a muscle all day? Your body isn't tired, but your brain feels like it's run a marathon. This is what we call decision fatigue. It's a very real phenomenon in our digital world. Every notification, every email, every choice we make, no matter how small, depletes our brain's energy reserves, specifically our mental glucose. Your brain is literally running on empty, so how do we fight this mental drain? Here's a professional tip that's incredibly simple but effective. The 20-20-20 rule. Every 20 minutes you're staring at a screen, take a break. Look at something 20 feet away for at least 20 seconds. This simple action gives your optic nerves a much-needed rest. Why is that important? Because your optic nerves are directly linked to your brain's energy centers. Resting your eyes literally helps recharge your brain. Now, let's talk about something even more surprising, the dopamine detox. You might think scrolling through social media for 10 minutes is a relaxing break. But in reality, it can be more draining than taking a 30-minute walk. That constant flood of new posts, videos, and updates sends your brain's dopamine system into overdrive. It's a short-term pleasure hit, but it leads to a long-term energy crash. Your brain gets accustomed to this high level of stimulation, making it harder to focus on less stimulating but more important tasks. This constant digital stimulation creates what I call a leaky brain. Your mental energy is just seeping out without you even realizing it. The endless scrolling, the constant decision-making, it's like having a dozen tiny leaks in your energy tank. You might not notice them individually, but by the end of the day, you're completely drained. So the next time you feel that mid-afternoon slump, resist the urge to grab your phone. Instead, stand up, stretch, and practice the 20-20-20 rule. Or better yet, step outside for a few minutes. Giving your brain a true break from digital input is one of the most powerful ways to combat fatigue and reclaim your focus. It's not about working harder, it's about resting smarter. Try it out and see how much more energy you have. Feeling that afternoon slump hit you hard? You know, that moment between 8:30 and 10:30 in the morning or later in the day when your eyelids feel heavy and you can barely focus? Most of us instinctively reach for another cup of coffee or a sugary snack, thinking it'll give us that quick jolt of energy we need. But what if I told you that's actually making things worse? That sugar rush leads to an even bigger crash, and too much caffeine can leave you jittery and anxious. It's built on 3 simple, powerful steps that fight fatigue at its source, without any of the negative side effects. First up, let's talk hydration. But not just any water. Did you know that dehydration is the #1 cause of daytime fatigue? When you're dehydrated, your cells literally shrink, and your body struggles to perform basic functions. You feel tired and foggy. But here's the secret, just chugging plain water isn't always enough. Sometimes the water doesn't get absorbed properly. The fix? Add a tiny pinch of high-quality sea salt to your glass of water. Sea salt is packed with essential minerals and electrolytes. This little addition helps your body's cells actually absorb the water, rehydrating you on a cellular level. It's like giving your body the key to unlock true hydration. You'll feel the difference almost immediately. No more brain fog, just clean, sustained energy. Next, get ready for a shock to the system, in the best way possible. It's time for the cold blast. This sounds intense, but trust me, it works wonders. You have 2 options here. For a quick fix, just go to the bathroom and splash your face with the coldest water you can handle for about 30 seconds. For a more powerful effect, hop in for a quick 30-second cold shower. This triggers something called a hormetic response in your body. It's a mild, beneficial stress that shocks your system into high alert. Your brain releases a rush of adrenaline and endorphins, instantly boosting your mood and sharpening your focus. It's like a natural reset button for your nervous system. That sleepy, sluggish feeling vanishes, replaced by a sense of invigorating alertness. It's better than any espresso shot, I promise. Finally, let's breathe our way to more energy. This isn't just any deep breath. It's a specific technique called box breathing, and it's used by everyone from Navy SEALs to top executives to stay calm and focused under pressure. When we feel tired, we often take shallow breaths, which leads to a buildup of carbon dioxide in our blood, making us feel even sleepier. Box breathing clears out that CO2 and floods your system with fresh oxygen. Here's how you do it. Inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4. Hold your breath for a count of 4. Exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 4. and hold again for a count of 4. Repeat this cycle for a few minutes. This simple exercise oxygenates your blood, calms your mind, and gives you an immediate boost of mental clarity. So the next time you feel that crash coming on, remember the 10-minute energy reset. Hydrate with sea salt, take a cold blast, and practice box breathing. It's a simple, free, and incredibly effective way to reclaim your energy and win the day. So fixing your energy isn't about adding more stuff. It's about stopping the leaks. You can't fill a bucket that has holes in it, right? It all starts with those small, simple changes. Begin by delaying your morning caffeine just by a little bit. Then, focus on fixing your mineral intake throughout the day. And super important, give your eyes a real break from screens, especially before bed. Think about it, energy is your most valuable currency. When you have it, you can be a better parent, a more productive worker, and just a happier human being. If this video helped you understand your body a little better, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for our daily health tips. And comment below, on a scale of 1 to 10, how is your energy today? Let's work on getting those numbers up together. See you in the next video.